bird theme, and we're going to start off actually laying on our back. Okay, so you're going to lay on your back, and you can either keep your soles of feet on the mat with your knees up, or if it's comfortable, you can have it extended down like in Shvanasana, or if you want to work on your hip flexor, you can do Baddha, which is where the soles of your feet are touching each other and your knees are out toward the side. So it's your choice, okay? So you be aware of what you prefer. In this case, I'm just gonna allow my lower back to release, so I'm gonna have my knees bent. So with that, if you can place your right hand on your belly, your left hand on top of your chest, like right by your heart, and have your elbows just nice and comfortable on the mat by your side. Slightly tuck your chin down so that your forehead, your third eye, and your chin are at the same level. At least you don't have your chin jutting up toward the sky. And I'd like for you to just lay here and breathe. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. And continue your breath, your inhalation and exhalation. And as you're breathing in, I'd like for you to feel that right hand rising as your belly rises with the breath. And perhaps you can start feeling your left hand rise up a little bit at the end of that breath. And as you exhale, perhaps the left hand starts to drop down, and then your belly, your right hand drops down. Now, it may not be very obvious. And if it's not, don't judge yourself, just be aware. Try and get that full amount of breath, all that muscle. So our core really includes, even right by our rib cage, muscles below that, our diaphragm. Continue breathing here. Even as you exhale, see if you can try to press out. You don't realize how much we may store up within ourselves. I'd like for you to set your attention today, what you want out of today's practice. If you're not sure, in my mind, I'm looking in terms of letting go, not trying to hold on, grasp on to things, more in terms of trusting what being present. Continue breathing. And then when you're ready, bring your right knee up to your chest. Interlace your fingers around the right knee. Hug it to your chest. Elbows down by your side. Extend your left leg straight. Left heel straight out, away from you. Feel that stretch along that left hip flexor. Maybe the right thigh up against your right side, your body. And then let's bring your left knee up. Interlace your fingers around your left knee. Hug your left knee to your chest. And then extend the right leg straight, right heel away from you. Keep that beautiful breath. You're breathing. Perhaps you can feel the stretch along that right hip flexor, nice straight. Perhaps you can feel things along your right glutes against the ground, your calf, hugging that left knee in. Now I'd like for you to bend your right knee, place your right foot on the mat, and then have your left knee bent so that your left thigh is perpendicular to the ground. Your left calf is parallel to the mat. All right. Place your hands behind your head. Really, your fingers are actually touching onto your head, the back of your head. I want you to slightly bring your chest up. So tuck your chin down slightly. Bring your chest up. Yeah, so we're doing a little bit up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, back up. Bring it back down. So you're using your muscle, not your hands, to bring you up, okay? Bring yourself back up, back down. And one more time. Up, back down. Great. Left foot to the ground. Bring your right knee up. So again, your right knee's up. Your right calf is parallel to the floor. So this is not as intense as the prior word to have us have both knees up. So let's do the same thing. Let's bring our chest up, back down, up, back down, up, back down. Last time. Up, back down. Great. Hug your knees to your chest. Rock a little bit side to side. And this time we're going to place both knees up. So I want you to have your feet flexed as if they're stepping on the wall behind you. So it's almost like we're sitting on a chair, but we fell back. So the back of the chair is on the mat. Now I'd like for you to place both hands on your thigh. Your palms are on the thighs. Slightly tuck your chin down so you can see it, but you don't want your chin jutting up. And I'd like for you to now inhale here, and as you exhale, press your hands into the thighs pressing out against your hands, okay? So you're really pushing. Push, 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 see if you can win. You don't want anyone to win here. Keep breathing. Breathe. Breathe. Keep pushing, 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 and relax. Hug your knees to your chest. If you need to, you can rock side to side. You should feel your abs really engaging there. Anyone feel that? Yeah? All right, this time, knees back out again. This time you're gonna place your right hand, your right palm, cross it over and place it on top of your left thigh. Your left hand crosses over your right hand, so your left palm is pressed up against your right thigh. Now, if by chance you notice that your arms might be short, you can always put a block or something in between there, or bring your knees a little bit closer. Inhale here, and as you exhale, push your hands into your thighs pressing up against you. Keep pushing. You feel a little bit different part of your abs. Push, push, push. And relax. Drop your feet to the ground. Kind of widen your feet stance. You're going to drop both knees over to your right side. Let it just stay there. If you want, you can always extend your arms straight out. If you want, you can just leave it onto your belly, whichever you prefer. Inhale your knees up toward heaven. And as you exhale, let it drop over to your left side. Inhale back to center. Let's bring your knees back up because you have to do the other side. So again, knees are up, your calves are parallel to the mat, your feet are flexed, and then this time you're going to place your left hand on top of your right thigh, and your right hand crosses over and places it on top of your left thigh. To make sure, feel if your shoulder blades are kind of flushed down there, tuck your chin down. Inhale here, and as you exhale, let's really push your hands into your thighs, and your thighs are pressed up against your hands. Keep pushing, guys. Really, really work it. Come on, really working. You feel some shaking. And release. Hug your knees to your chest. Rock a little bit side to side. And if you want, you can roll up, or you can just roll over to the side and come up. So strong seated. All right, I'm going to be nice. We're not going to do Navasana, the boat pose, but we're going to do the other one. So knees are directly hip width. Your heels are directly in front at the hip width apart as well. So your toes could be pointing upward. I don't know if you can see my toes are up. So if you want, you either pretend you're pressing your heels into the mat and bring it towards you, like you're trying to pull, you're trying to shear stress the mat towards you. And you do that, you can probably feel a little bit of your core starting to be engaged. And then keep your back nice and flat. Okay, you don't have to be straight up, but even if you're released back like a reclined, you want it to be at a nice flat back, okay? So you can do that. You can always go on if you need to. You can always have it out. This is almost like the same thing as chair pose, okay? Can you keep that core engaged, but can you breathe? Because remember, the breathing is actually such great diaphragmatic breathing is using all of those muscles inside. Now, for anyone who wants to, you're more than welcome to do boat pose, but you can always stay here. This completely works, you guys. So for those that want to do boat pose, you can always lift your knees up. You can always bring your hands to your thighs. For those that want to, you can extend it straight, whichever you prefer. But we've worked our core, so great job. Let's bring our feet down, and then kind of hug your body to your knees. If you want, you can grab onto your feet. And then we're going to cross our ankle, press our hands right in front, and get onto our hands and knees. You're going to extend your right leg out behind you. You're going to drop your right toe, big toe straight down, and pretend you're pressing your right heel back. So don't go too strong, just press it back a little bit, nice little stretch. Check your hand, make sure your hands are underneath your shoulder width apart. You bring your right leg straight up again, bend your right knee so the soles of your feet are showing up toward the heaven. If you want, slightly start pulsing it up, really a little bit, and then back down, up, back down, inhale up, back down, inhale up, back down. Now bring your right knee forward, tuck your chin down, inhale back up, exhale, bring it all the way in, inhale back up, exhale it back in. Great. Place your right knee back down there. If your wrist gets tired, you're more than welcome to relax it. You can always shake it out if you want, okay? But if you're okay with that, let's extend your left leg straight out. This is good. Drop your left big toe onto the mat. Pretend you're pressing your left heel behind you, so it's getting a nice little stretch there. Inhale, bring your left leg back up, bend that left knee. The soles of your feet up toward the sky. Let's bring it upward slightly, so it's past the center line of your body. Exhale back down, inhale up. You really feel those glutes working up. Exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up. Exhale, let's bring your left knee, tuck your chin down, try to touch it. Inhale back up, exhale back down, reach downward, inhale back up, exhale back down. Beautiful. All right, tuck your toes. We're coming up into our downward facing dog, you guys. So again, hands are underneath your shoulder width apart, I should say, not underneath your shoulders. So perhaps your heels coming down toward the mat. You may want to walk your dog, bend your left knee, then alternate, bend your right knee. Bring your left foot toward the center, closer toward your right foot. Extend your right leg up. And as you exhale, bring your right foot forward. So it's almost like a low lunge. Good. So good. Now again, if you see yourself, perhaps you can try to see, just feel your right hips maybe tightening, maybe even your left side is starting to loosen a little bit. Check your knee position. Left hand on the mat, inhale your right arm up, nice stretch. Our core goes all the way up to the ribcage. Exhale back down. Take a step back, your right foot, downward facing dog. Right foot comes in a little bit toward the left foot. Extend your left foot up behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your left knee toward your chin, and then you drop your left foot forward. Working this side. Good. Just give it some time, allowing it to open up. Our hips tend to be the storage house of a lot. Bring your right hand onto the mat. Inhale your left arm up toward the heaven if you want. If it's okay with your neck, you can look up, but you don't need to. Just an option. Exhale your left hand back down. Take a step back with your left foot, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank, top of a push-up. Again, you have options. You can always drop your knees, but when you're in your plank pose, try to make sure you're not scrunching downward, nice and strong. You can always drop your knees, that still works. So your gaze is really onto the mat, directly below you. And slowly, as you bend your elbow, let it go parallel to your ribcage as you lower yourself down. Or you can do it with your knees. Let's go into a baby cobra. Feel the top of your feet on top of the mat. Kind of press it down into the mat. Feel yourself engaging those glutes. Now with the top of your feet on the mat, I want you to imagine yourself trying to move just your ankles toward each other, but your top of your feet are still on the mat. Can you feel the engagement there? Your adductors. Release. Now we're going to drop your forehead to the mat. Place your hands down by your side. And I want you to lift it up, your hands up, as if you're carrying a platter. I'd like for you to now have your chin slightly tucked down, but lift your head up. Lift your arms behind you, bringing your wings, like you're a bird, bring your wings tucked toward each other. Perhaps you're lifting up your feet behind you. Try to see how high you can lift it. Breathe here. Exhale, just release. Bring your right ear to the mat. Big toes touch each other. Toes fall out. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Bring your gaze back. Press yourself back up. Downward facing dog. Right foot up behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale as you bring your right foot forward to your right hand. Drop your left foot down and coming up into that warrior one. Good job. Feel the strength there in warrior one. You can maybe perhaps hear birds chirping and singing all day long. I could actually hear them now. You want to place your hands together and straighten your right leg. Bring your arms in front. Pretend you're carrying something forward. Keep your back straight. Knees straight. Don't block your knees, but knees straight. You can maybe micro-bend if you want. Slowly pretend you're dropping something out of a bird's nest, just bringing the nest down to the ground. Then your knees just come back up. Bring your hands up behind you, warrior two. Left hand behind you, right knee over that right ankle, right hand over the right toes. So straight out there, nice strong warrior. You guys are looking great. Drop your right forearm onto the ground, onto your thighs. Extend your left arm over your head, nice side angle. Inhale, all the way back up. We're going to a reverse warrior. Remember, we brought our reverse warrior, bring it up. Exhale back into side angle. Remember this one the other time. Inhale. Nice little peaceful warrior. And one more time. Nice side angle. Back to warrior two. Straighten your leg. Rotate your right foot so that you're now facing from the side of your mat. Stand a nice standing straddle. Place your hands at your hips. And again, we're going to fold at our hips as we bend forward, okay? So fold at your hips so your hands are right at the crease. You can feel yourself bending right on top of your fingers. Hold down. Gaze comes all the way down. Head comes all the way down. The crown of your hip now toward the ground. Place your left hand on top, straight down to the floor. Send your right arm up. Exhale, bring your right hand down to where your left hand's at. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale your left hand down there. Bend your knees slightly, come up. Slowly inhale, hands all the way up to the sky. Exhale your hands heart center. Want to rotate your right foot to the right side of your mat. Bring your arms up, and I want you to bring your right elbow underneath your left elbow. The rapid, remember our little eagle pose. And as you rotate over, looking over your right knee, going into your eagle pose, you guys, rotate over. If you want, you can either take a step up, or if you want to, you can actually launch up and see if you can stand here, or see if you can cross your left knee over your right. If you can actually cross it. So a couple options. You can kickstand it, cross it, kind of this chair pose. You can keep your elbows at the same height as your shoulders. Release, slowly release out. Take a step back into your warrior two. Straighten your left, right knee, rotate it. Now we're going to rotate your left knee, bend your left knee. That way back up into the warrior two. Drop your left hand onto your thigh. Bring your right arm over. You're going to your side angle. Feel a nice strength here. As we come up with your inhale, we're going to that reverse peaceful warrior. Keep your left knee over the left ankle. Inhale here. As you exhale, go back into the side angle. Taking a nice stretch back and forth. Follow your own breath. Beautiful. And you're ready to go into your peaceful warrior. Keep that strength. Back over to your side angle. Back into your peaceful warrior, reverse warrior. And then last time, side ankle. Come back into your warrior two. Straighten the leg, drop your hands down. All right, this time, left elbow underneath the right. Your left knee still over there if you need to adjust to see the camera, that's fine. Left knee, rotate your right heel. You're now facing over that left side. You can either take a little couple steps, or if you feel comfortable with a nice grid, bring your eagle wings up, bring your right leg over, go into eagle balance pose. So again, options. You can always kickstand, meaning your right foot, I'll show you this way, your right foot can be up there, or just bend down as if you're in chair pose. It'll be fine. Connect with your breath. Feel the strength. No judgment. And just release. Feel the freedom of just being. Release your wings up. Step back into your warrior two. Beautiful. Rotate your left heel. We're back in that standing straddle. Hands at your hips. This time, when you fold forward, again, feel it right at your hips. Fold forward. If you like, you can interlace your hands behind your neck. You're not pulling your neck down, but just that nice traction, allow gravity to let the earth pull you, not forcing it. Listen to your body, what feels good. And then if you like, you can just drop your hands to the mat, slightly heel to your feet together, just a little bit, and then you bend down, squat down, keep coming down. Shvanasana. So when you're in this squat, you now have a choice to either be in this pose. This may not feel good for some of you guys. If you want, you can do what's called crow pose. I did say there's a lot of bird things. The crow pose is a very big core workout. So I'm going to show it to you, and I'll show you in different ways. Crow pose, your hands are still at shoulder width apart. Your knees are pretty much on the arms, and you can actually bounce on there. So as you bounce up, slightly lift your feet up off the ground. Let me show you from the side. You don't need to do this, but what you can, and I'll show you options too. Your hands are at that shoulder width apart. Fingers still the same way as you would do downward facing dog. Knees are right up against your arms. Because I have such long arms, I'm on the outside of it. Sometimes people actually tuck it underneath their armpits. You lift your body up. You can feel the core having engaged. So just doing this, you can feel the core engagement. You don't even have to lift your leg up. If you want to lift one leg up, just feel the difference. You feel shaking in your core. You can lift the other side. If you want to, just for kicks or laughs, you might want to even lift both up off the ground. That's your crow pose. So just options. Eventually will lead up to it, but you just feel what happens with lifting just one versus the other. It really uses a lot of your core, so just wanted to show you that. That's something you can try in the future as well. All right, so with that, let's get back into downward facing dog. I had to get another bird thing in there. So back into downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Again, you can go to your knees. This time we're going to drop to your forearm, elbow directly underneath your shoulders. You can either keep your hands parallel, or if you want to, you can interlace your hands together. Bring your left foot toward the center, so it's closer to your right foot. You stay here. If you want, you can actually bend your right knee and bring it up toward your right elbow. Bring it back. Do the same now with your left side. left knee toward your left elbow and back. And slowly lower your hips toward the floor. Getting a nice stretch. It's like, oh, yes. Forearms on the ground, nice little Sphinx pose. Bring your shoulder blades toward each other, behind you. Imagine your vertebrae elongating, crown of your head elongating toward heaven. Now we do know those birds love those locusts, so we did the locusts the first time around. We're going to do another round of them. Now that we're down here on our belly, we're going to bring our head down, bring our hands down by our side. Again, pretend you bring your wings up behind you, shoulder blades trying to touch each other as if you're squeezing in, something tucked between. Your gaze is toward the mat. Lift up your shoulders, your chest, and then see if you can even lift your legs up off the ground. So your gaze is on the mat right below your nose. Just see if you can lift up even higher, shoulders. You take flight. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. This time, release, drop your left ear toward your mat. Let your shoulders drop down, big toes touch each other, just relax. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes, push yourself back up. You're into your tabletop. Keep your right knee stacked underneath your right thighs. Right hand directly underneath your right shoulder. If you want, extend your left foot behind you so it's in line with your right foot. And if you want, we're going to a side plank. So I'm doing a modified side plank, okay? So right hand's underneath your shoulder, right knee's underneath your right hip, and extend maybe your left arm up. So you're really working a lot of core, all right? I don't know if you can see this. This is modified because we're having our right knee down. And because it's a balance, it's a little bit challenging. You feel like shaking engagement there. Keep breathing. If you feel unstable, you can always bring that left foot forward a little bit. It's like a tripod more. That's completely fine. But if it's in line, you can really feel your body trying to keep that in balance. Bring your left hand down. Good job. Your left foot is still, toes still touching the mat. Your right knee still there behind you on the floor. Bring your right foot down, back into your downward facing dog. Bring your left leg up, three-legged dog. Bring your left foot, left knee down. Left hand stays on the mat. Drop your right foot down. Extend your right arm up. So this is your modified side plank. So again, you got the options of moving your right foot, making more of a tripod. If you feel unstable, you can always move it. Bring your right hand down. If you want, you can go back into your tabletop or your plank. Top of the push-up. So good. Exhale into downward facing dog. Shake your head out. Walk your dog. Dogs always like to go birding. All right, let's bring your right foot up behind you, three-legged dog. As you exhale, bring that right knee toward right behind your right wrist. You're gonna drop it down, we're coming into a pigeon. So as your right knee's toward your right wrist, you slowly walk your left foot toward the center of your mat and behind. So you can drop your knee. Now, here's the thing. So for me, my right hip's way up high. You can always place blankets or blocks or anything underneath it. There's no reason to try to force it down. Everyone's hips is different. So I know, for instance, some of you guys were asking for hips and back and stuff. So make sure something's propped there. It could also be very tight, so you can always add a couple blocks or towels and stuff like that. So both hands, you can actually use your hands to guide you to your pigeon pose. Now, if you feel tightness in your knees, flex your right, in that right knee, flex that right foot. Might feel it helping that, or let the right heel fall toward your pelvic floor. Some people can actually have their right calf completely parallel. I'm not. And as you're breathing here, just feel what might be tight. Is it along the right hip, perhaps? Again, we store a lot of emotion in our hips, particularly. Matthew 6:26, they say, look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not more valuable than they? There's no reason for us to store all this stuff that doesn't serve us any good. Just letting it release. Now, if you do have a block underneath the right hip, you can remove it now. Kind of roll over to that right side of the hip. Bring your left leg over, rotate it over, and then see if you can maybe just have your left foot right on the outside of your right knee. Okay, now can you feel both sits bone, both parts of your hips still on the ground? Chances are you probably feel the right side a little bit more so try to rearrange yourself. Now this is very uncomfortable. You can always extend your right leg straight and have your left foot on the outside of the right knee. Okay, so that's an option. But if it's okay with you, you can have it this way, okay? Just listen to your body, which one feels better. And bring your right hand, just hug your left knee. Extend your left arm all the way behind you and drop it down. Nice little twist. And just like at the very beginning of the class, feel your breath. Starting from your belly, coming up toward the upper part of the chest with your inhale. And as you exhale, just allow it to go in reverse. Slowly come back. And this time we're going to release your feet, have your left knee on the ground, Extend your right leg behind you. So you're going to drop your right knee behind you. So we're going into pitch in the opposite way. This tends to be a little bit harder, but place your hands in front. Lift your left hip up, then slowly walk your right foot. You kind of, knee, toe, back, and then feel the same thing. So again, you can see maybe the left hip's way up. If you want, you can place block or blankets or anything up there, or just let gravity take shape. Just don't force it. It'll be really important when we do our yin class next week, in particular. Don't want to force anything. Sometimes having a block or some type of prop, you can put pillows there, just allows that muscle to relax. You find stillness and enjoy this experience. If you don't have tightness anywhere, can you relax that area? When you're ready to move a prop or whatever might be underneath your left thigh, perhaps not, just roll onto the left hip and then bring that right leg over, right foot, you go over on the outside of the left piece. And again, one side might be different than the other side. So again, if by chance you feel like you need to, you can always extend the left leg out, completely fine. Just make sure you feel both sits bone making contact with the floor. And if you feel like it's not making contact with sits bone, this is where you can put blanket or sit on some type of prop and lift yourself back up. This time, place your left hand, your left elbow, just hugging it in the crook of your elbow onto your right knee. Then your right arm out behind you. Let's follow it and then drop it down right behind you. You bring your gaze over the right shoulder if you like. See if you can try to get your vertebrae to be nice and straight up, but now it's kind of a slight little spinal twist. Again, feel the breath, just like at the very beginning of class. As you inhale, the inhalation, allowing your belly to rise, and then all the way up to your chest. And your exhalation, it goes in reverse. And perhaps because your right thigh is compressed against your right belly, you can feel that reaction. Instead of a push-pull, ebb and flow. Slowly bring your head back or your right hand back. And bring your hands behind you. Bring both knees and feet in front. Just kind of rock it back and forth. Now I'd like for you to now get onto your knees. And if by chance your knees get a little bit tired, you can always put some padding on your knees. But we're going to kneel onto and then you're going to have your toes tucked. Now we're going to go into a camel. What this is going to do is going to really stretch that front part of the hip flexor, okay? So this is kind of like a mini back hip. If you do not like being on your knees, you can always stand up. Same thing, I'll show you both options. So the knee, we're going to do camel pose. Again, you can place things underneath your knees. Pretend you're having your hands, remember the old jean pocket, you can actually pretend you're sticking your hand into the back pocket of your jeans. Tuck your elbows toward each other. What you're going to do is you're going to slowly pretend you're press your hips in front of you as you bring your spine, your heart, your chest upward. You can either have your chin tucked down. Some people actually like to extend their chin up. I don't, so listen to your body. Feel that extension. Some may want to bring their right hand down toward their right heel. You don't have to. You may want to have a block. So if you want to, you have a block or some type of things to elevate, maybe your right hand goes there. If so, then extend your left arm up. Breathe here. You can either come back up and then switch out to the other side where your left hand goes down to your left heel. Extend your right arm up. But for those that can do a full camel, you actually have both hands on your heel. You bring your chest, heart, gaze up. You really feel that stretch along that front side of your hamstring, your quads. Slowly come back up. And then be gentle as you get into your child's pose. Don't go very slowly in here. A nice counter pose. So I'm just going to give you an example. If by chance you want to get that spine and that core stretch and all that stuff, but you don't like being on your knees, you can always do the same thing but standing. So same thing, pretend you're tucking your hands into a back pocket and then just do the same thing in that sense. So that's just an option. Feel your breath as it still lays on top of your thighs, expanding that back rib cage. And feel what happens when you really do a full inhale. Can you really feel that expansion? And then as you exhale, just let it relax. Slowly bring yourself up and onto your seat. And have your feet out in the straddle, seated straddle. And then again, if you want to, you can always sit. If you feel like your legs feel really tight in this position, you can always place some blankets on top. If you'd like to, I want you to bring your hands right in front, keep your back nice and straight, and then perhaps you feel yourself slowly walking yourself forward. Look at your hands, pretend they're like those little bird feet, and just kind of slowly walking forward. So you may not go very far forward. It's okay, you guys. Try to keep your spine nice and straight. So even including your head, you have this tendency to want to pull forward. Feel those wings tucked behind. So tuck your wings in. Feel those shoulder blades tucked in, and then see if you can just pull forward. So it's going to take some time. So especially next week when we do yin, allow your body to communicate to you that it's time, not the mind. And check your feet. Are your toes straight up, or are they like pointing out to the side? See if you can have them up. Perhaps you're feeling tension in your jaw, just relax it. Maybe you might want to shake your head side to side. And if by chance you have this tendency and want to touch the floor, you're going to grab something to raise the ground up to you. But again, you can just have your elbows straight. It doesn't have to be bent. Slowly walking ourselves back up. Bring our feet in front. Going to go down. Does everyone have some type of strap or something they can use as a strap with them? Awesome. And if not, you can always just grab your feet. Good. So lie on your back. We're going to do the same thing. Extend your right foot up. Place the strap around your foot. Your left knee still bent. Keep that right knee straight. So if it's straight, your knees go further out. That's completely fine. But see, as your knees straight, see if you can perhaps just start inviting your sole of your feet up toward the sky. If you're not really using your arm muscle, keep your arms actually relaxed. So if you want, try to get to the point where your arms down on the ground, your elbows are on the ground. If you're feeling any shaking or tension, just let it release back down. So let the give more lax in your strap or your area. Breathe into that. Place both strap or whatever into your right hand. Keep your left hand on top of your left hip. Or better yet, if you want to place it underneath your left hip, so right on underneath it, bring your right leg out to the right side. But only allowed to go as far so that your left side is putting pressure on your left hand. So feel like your core is still working on that area. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Bring your foot all the way back up. Bring your left foot, place it in your left foot in, take your right foot out, shake it all out. Okay, bring your right foot down, so right knee still pointing upward. You can hold both, strap with both hands. Same thing, so see if you can keep that left knee straight. Again, keeping the left knee straight, you may require the leg to be at an angle, not straight up and down. It may not be 90 degrees, it could be more 45 degrees, completely fine. Just, you're really trying to relax the muscle, stretch it, and then slowly start inviting it to come upward. But not if it causes your arms or your neck or your shoulders to tighten to try to force it up. You're going to place both straps into your left hand. Place your right hand right underneath your right hip. Want to feel that pressure, pushing it down there. And slowly see if you can keep that left, slowly open that left leg up, but keep enough pressure on your right hand. So think what's happening when you're doing that. You're really using some core muscles there. Keep breathing. You feel that expansion of the belly. You can get it all the way up to the chest as well. And back up. Bend both knees. Hug your knees to your chest. Bring your chin tucked in. Bring your forehead up possibly. And then relax back down. Place both soles of feet on the floor, knees still up. Hands down by your side, palms facing up. So both hands or arms are down, like 30 degrees from the ground. I want you to bring your right ear to the mat. Just kind of like turn your head to the right side. Press your shoulder blades down into the floor. Nice and just run your shoulders. Nice, relax. Inhale back to center. Exhale as you bring your left ear to the mat. You might notice how one side's different than the other side, no judgment. Inhale back to center. Bring your right knee up, left knee up. Grab onto the feet. You can grab onto your ankles. Just do a quick little happy baby. Rock a little side to side to release the lower back. And then when you're ready, extend your right heel to the right corner of your mat. Left heel to the left corner of your mat. Have those hands, arms down by your side. If it feels good for you, palms open to receive. Shoulder blades tucked, your wings tucked underneath. Close your eyes, just feel everything just relaxing. Relax your feet. You feel tension, just move the heel and then let it just relax again. Toes out. Releasing anything that might be stored in there, that tension. Take notice of your right hip. You relax your right hip. About your left hip. Well, anything that might be there, just allow it to melt into the ground. Feel your shoulders, your arms, your hands. Allow it to feel so released. If there's any tension there with your next exhale, just allow it to float up with the wind. Like a nice, cool, refreshing breeze. Feel any tension in your head, your shoulders, especially around your jaw or forehead. Just Open your mouth slightly and just run your tongue from the right side to the left side on your upper teeth. Allowing some moisture. Place your tongue right back on the roof of your mouth gently. Jaw unclenched. Imagine that spot between your eyebrows just relaxed. No need to worry. Cast all your worries away. Bring some motion back into your body. You're gonna wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your ankles and your wrists. Rotate in the opposite direction as well. And inhale your arms over your head. Bring your feet together. Point your toes away from you. Just feel the full stretch. Inhale. Nice inhale. And as you exhale, bring your knees toward your chest. Hug your knees to your chest. Give yourself a well-deserved hug. Rock a little bit side to side. If you want, you can roll over to your right side or your left side, placing your lower arms underneath your head to keep your cervical spine alignment. Knees are bent. Using your upper arms, you're going to press yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Keep your eyes closed. Place your hands gently on top of your thighs, palms facing up, index and thumb touching each other gently. We're going to inhale through our nose, nice deep breath in here. Exhale, open mouth breath as if you're fogging the mirror. Deep inhale. Nice cleansing exhale. One last time. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Pulling your hands together, palm touching palm, thumb resting right above your heart. Tucking your chin down toward your heart. May this practice provide you with the strength, knowing who's always with you, to being able to release, knowing that you don't need to store or grasp onto other things. And most importantly, knowing that you can be still, and who is with you. Thank you for coming. Namaste. All right, let me see if I can, I hope, maybe I didn't. I hope, oh, good. I don't know if am I recording or not. Am I still recording?
It says you are.
I know, I keep hitting the same button, but it shouldn't be because, oh, it might be John Luke. John Luke, I'm over.